My name is Sive Anarkali Malik and I'm here in Pakistan. I've been here for about a month visiting family and visiting the country because my dad is from Pakistan, my mum is from Ireland. So after about 4 or 5 years, we've come back to Pakistan to see everybody, which has been really nice. But I grew up in London, so I went to school in London and some of my family is in London. And then I moved to Glasgow for university, so I've been living in Glasgow for the past 4 or 5 years. So today I'm here in Power99 and I'm especially here because I have a special interest in radio. Back in Glasgow, I work for Awaz FM, which is Scotland's Asian radio station. So it's the only radio station in Scotland which plays Asian music and has shows specially for the Asian community. And this community includes Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis. There's all different types of shows. There's Punjabi speaking shows, Urdu speaking shows. My show is an English speaking show. I present a drive time show on a Tuesday. And it's a really important way of building the community, building the Asian community and reaching out to them. Not only is, through music, is making them feel a connection to their Asian roots and their home, but also delivering specific messages and information that are importantly targeted to the Asian community. So, for example, when I moved to Glasgow, I felt quite disconnected from my Asian heritage. My dad is Pakistani because in Glasgow the Asian community is not that big, especially compared to London where I grew up. So one of the ways that I felt I connected to home was by listening to, my Bollywood music that I grew up listening to. So in that way, radio in Glasgow, Awaz FM specifically, has been a really important way for the Asian community to connect with each other and connect with their heritage and their culture, and kind of keep their culture alive in Glasgow where they're a minority community. But also through the radio, they learn about different events and different community activities that they can be involved with and meet other Asians. And also it's not just Asians who listen, there might be white Scottish people who also listen and learn about Asian culture and Asian music. So in that way, it's been really nice to see how radio can bring people together, how it can keep the culture alive and bring our culture to Scotland, where there wasn't really much Bollywood or Asian music at all in the mainstream kind of listening. On Awaz FM, there's lots of different language shows that maybe are targeted at different parts of the community. And as my show is a drive time show, it's in English, so all the drive time shows we run are in English. And I guess it could be quite difficult to try and engage everyone, especially there might be people listening who don't necessarily understand English or speak English that well. But I think one of the best ways of people across languages and cultures coming together is through music. So I think what I try and do is play a variety of music, a range of music that will kind of reach different audiences. So I play old Hindi songs that I know that will appeal to older audiences. I play new songs that are maybe like Pakistani songs, Coke Studio songs that are kind of more enjoyed by the younger audiences. So I try and play a mix of, Pakistani, Indian, Bollywood, a range of songs. I think that's the way that I try and connect to as many people as possible. Also in the kind of things I talk about, the topics I talk about, I try and talk about a mix of things that are maybe to do with Scotland, Glasgow, and also, Asian culture as well, Indian news, Pakistani news. I try and include a variety of different topics and music. So I definitely have had quite a journey of being a presenter. When I started, I was definitely much more shy on the radio, much more reserved. I think I was a bit more reserved as a person in general as well. I had less confidence. And I remember my first few shows that I did on Awaz FM, I was so nervous, my voice was so shaky. I didn't really know what I was talking about. And then gradually over time, the more I've done my shows, the more I've become confident. And also, I think when I just realised that if I just talk about the music that I love, which is the part that I love the most, and just talk about the music and things that I'm interested in, then I will be more comfortable on my show. And I've done like different things in my shows that have built up my experience and my confidence. Like I've done different interviews, which has helped me kind of vary my show content. Definitely one of the highlights of being a presenter was I interviewed Ali Sethi when the Pakistani singer who he was doing a show in Glasgow. So before his show, we did an interview and I was just talking to him about his career and his journey and also his show in Glasgow. And I think these kind of skills have helped me develop as a presenter, and also it's been an exciting experience. So I think if you're aspiring to do radio, it's really enriching in so many ways for your own skills. Obviously, I was talking about how my confidence has grown in speaking, but also it's been really amazing to be able to reach out to people that you might never otherwise get the chance to talk to, or share stories, share news that you don't otherwise have the platform to do, and also to do your own research for that. That helps you learn so much about people. I think the interaction with different audiences is something that's really unique that you don't necessarily have otherwise. Like I might be talking to people who are usually sitting at home, who you wouldn't meet in other situations, and you're connecting through music, through stories, through your culture, which is really special and also unique. One of the most special things about radio is the reach that it has, in some of the most rural areas. As I've been in Pakistan for the last month, I've been traveling around some really rural areas, like in Cholistan, and those are areas where the radio will always reach, where other things might not necessarily reach. So it's a really powerful way of, connecting to loads of different areas and loads of different people and sharing something together. Thank you so much for listening. It's been really nice for me to come and speak to the Pakistani audience and the Power99 listeners. Keep listening.